It's Thursday, January 29th, 2026, and you're listening to Blue Lightning Daily. Today's episode was assembled by a little Rube Goldberg machine of AI tools that definitely did not ask permission before touching our audio levels. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. And if the waveform looks a little spicy, no, it doesn't. It's expressive.
Okay, today we've got a genuinely useful Google update. Gemini 3 Flash just got Agentic Vision, which is basically the model finally learning the skill every tired creator already has. Squint, zoom, check again, and don't lie about it.
Wait, so it's like look again on purpose instead of the usual AI behavior, which is one glance and a confident TED Talk.
Exactly. The point is less better captions, more stop hallucinating the tiny numbers in my analytics screenshot like you're manifesting them.
I love that it's targeted at the real creative pain, because creators aren't just feeding models pretty photos. We're feeding them cursed screenshots, UI states, slide decks that are basically visual tax returns.
Yeah, and those are inputs, not inspiration. Like, I don't want a poem about my dashboard. I want a clean summary and the outliers called out without the model deciding my click-through rate is approximately vibes.
So what actually shipped here in normal person terms?
Yes, the big change is the loop. Think, act, observe. Gemini can plan what it needs to check, then actually do stuff to the image like crop, zoom, rotate, annotate, and it can run Python while it's doing it. Then it uses those checked views as evidence for the final answer.
Oh, so it's not just I saw it. It's I zoomed into the top right, read the label, verified the number, and then I spoke. That's kind of huge for production work.
It is. Google's saying it gives a quality bump on vision benchmarks, but for creators, I think the real metric is fewer confident intern moments per week.
Yes. Like fewer times you paste in a chart and it's like, the best performing region is Atlantis, with 37 million leads.
So let's get practical. If Agentic Vision is look again on purpose, what's the most realistic workflow where it saves your butt?
Analytics recaps, 100%. The amount of content teams doing weekly performance posts, client updates, creator sponsorship reports, it's constant. And the pain is always the same. The model misses a tiny axis label, swaps date ranges, or reads the wrong column, and now you've published nonsense with confidence.
Yup. Or you send it to a client. That's the nightmare. I also think product marketing and UX writing. You've got UI screenshots, you need release notes, help docs, onboarding copy. If it misreads a button label, now you've got support tickets forever.
Wait, but how do we stop it from becoming slow, expensive overthinker mode? Like, I can already see it cropping and zooming like it's auditioning for CSI. Dashboard.
That's the trade-off. Agentic behavior will be slower because it's literally doing more work. So you use it when wrong is expensive. If you just need a vibe check caption on an image, do the normal pass. If you need accurate extraction from a dense slide or a table, let it take the extra steps.
So basically, if it's going to be printed, pitched, published, or put in front of a client, let it double check. If it's just for your own brainstorming, keep it fast.
Exactly. And the other part is how you prompt it. You can ask for structured output and verification without demanding a 40-step receipt.
Okay, but I want receipts sometimes. Like, not a novel, but I want it to show its work in a creator-friendly way.
Same. I'd want something like, here are the regions I inspected, here are the values I extracted, and here's anything I'm uncertain about.
Ooh, uncertainty flags. That's so underrated. Like, just tell me this axis label is too blurry instead of guessing and ruining my day.
Let's do the first thing you'd trust it with in production question. What's your pick?
Slide decks. Because decks are where truth goes to get vague. There's always some tiny footnote, some asterisk, some as of last quarter text that changes the whole meaning. If it can zoom in, grab the details, and summarize accurately, that's real leverage.
Nice. I'm going with the cursed table export. The one where the columns are misaligned, half the cells are merged, and someone thought light gray text on white was clean design. If it can reliably extract that into structured data, that saves hours.
Okay, but I'm going to challenge you, Hunter. We already have ways to do this, right? Like OCR tools, dedicated extraction, or even just rebuild the table in Google Sheets. Is this really better or just a new shiny thing?
Fair. It's not that OCR didn't exist. It's that OCR gives you text but not understanding. Agentic Vision is trying to bridge that gap. It can decide what matters, verify by zooming, then output something useful like a brief, a script outline, a bullet summary, or a structured spec.
So it's less here are the letters, more here's what the dashboard is saying, and I check the part that matters.
Exactly. And because it's in the Gemini API, it can plug into workflows. Like imagine a pipeline where you drop screenshots into a folder, it generates a weekly performance draft, and it tags anything uncertain for a human pass. That's human plus machine in the best way.
This also fits the bigger vibe we've been talking about all week. Reliability is coming from systems, not just raw model IQ.
Yeah. Like Runway Gen 4.5 pushing toward consistency, not just wow look motion, and Nvidia PersonaPlex doing real-time full duplex conversation, but the whole point is lowering latency and making the interaction feel real, not just fancy.
And even OpenAI Prism, which is basically stop duct taping docs, citations, and collaboration, put it in one place. Same theme, workflow sanity.
Plus the enterprise side, Fujitsu's private AI factory thing is basically cool toys, but can you run this safely and manage it? That's where the market is headed.
Speaking of safety, we have to talk about the least funny agent went rogue scenario. Because everyone jokes about agents divorcing your spouse and quitting your job overnight.
The plausible one is boring but scary. It auto-generates a report from a dashboard screenshot, confidently misreads one key metric, and the team makes a decision off it. Budget gets cut, campaign gets killed, or you overpromise performance to a sponsor.
Or you ship a help article that's subtly wrong because it misread the UI label, and now thousands of users follow the wrong steps. That's like weaponized tiny text.
Which is why Look Again on Purpose is a real step forward. Not perfect, but it's moving from trust me to here's what I checked.
And we still have to teach people how to fact-check without becoming full-time AI babysitters. The move is check the extracted values, spot-check the source image, and build in a human review step when it matters.
Yup. Human in the loop, but make the loop smaller.
So bottom line for creators, if you're doing content ops with visuals that contain information, not vibes, this is worth testing. Especially dashboards, UI screenshots, slide decks, tables, diagrams, the stuff that usually breaks vision models.
And if you're building internal tools, it's available through the Gemini API in AI Studio and Vertex, so you can actually wire it into real workflows, not just play with it in a chat box.
All right, that's the show. If our AI producer didn't crop and zoom the wrong part of reality today, please subscribe.
And for more updates, hit bluelightningtv.com. Thanks for hanging with us on Blue Lightning Daily. Catch you next time.